So let's go straight to the point today. I was thinking about the UI, and I think this side, or maybe this side, which is bigger. I want to have like the actual crafting buttons. For example, like I just select one of these items. Let's say I want concrete blocks, and here there are options to craft like 1, 5, 10, 100, 1,000, and I craft them here instead of anywhere else. I want this, but I think to design this, it would be better to design the bottom buttons first. I don't know exactly which buttons I want to do. So let's make up some. So here in draw main buttons, I also want to draw the bottom buttons. Here I just give the Y start. It will be and for these ones I can just put like 0 in the name of the button. For example, okay, so we have a button. Oh, right. So since we draw the items afterward, I don't think that's the exact problem, but since we draw the items afterward, I need to draw these buttons uh, after the items too, so they end up uh, on top of them, not below them. And maybe the continue is a problem. Maybe you can just ignore the pressing. No. So main button at x equals 0, and this y autocraft. It did get the autocraft button, but why 1317? I literally sent 0. Alright, for the centralized. Okay. Oh, I need to do this. Yeah. It's much better. So I'm going to have an autocraft button just to toggle the autocraft on or off. And maybe we can come up with the other buttons afterwards. For now, this doesn't do anything, but we can program them later. But we already have the infrastructure for it, the place to do it, everything. So yeah, maybe let's do this now. Also, offline, I put a like sliver of the background color here, just so when we scroll through the items, they go up, and like the buttons will cover the items that are like up here, and this sliver will cover the items that are like too close to the button. So we have just the lower items. What I could do too is to, when we scroll, we just go one or a whole number of items below, so that they are always at the same position. But this is for the future, I guess. So let's make this side screen. And for this, since we are now going to select an item to craft, let's make a selected item variable. And instead of crafting the items when we draw them, when we click the button, we simply change this variable. But I'm going to make a function for this. Now let's just write the item name on the side screen. Let's have its name, text size. True. I think that will be a good text size. Um, so we are using the bottom width for base positioning, right? So let's do for bottom view width plus centralize. And what do I need to give to the centralized X? Width and a text. So the width will be 2, bottom width, and the text will be item. Being actually it's actually fine. And then we can write it. Let's put a y that we know will work, and then we can change it later. And foreground color, the text will be selected. And I have to draw the side screen at some point. Let's draw it after the items. Actually, that's not plural, that's not plural. It's also not plural. Wow, I did the same mistake 3 times. Okay. Okay, I put a button. So, Y is being selected. I don't know. Oh, does it actually select the item? Oh, I must have crafted so many items. Oh, okay, okay, that's fine. Well, I mean, now you can see why I have I am doing this. So just if this isn't obvious, but when we reboot, there's this screen, and I have to press it somewhere on the screen. If I press like in the middle, what will happen is it will do this function, right? Draw screen, and it will draw the item buttons. So when it draws the item buttons, it actually checks during the draw if the item button is being pressed. And if I happen to like click a region with a button, which is in the middle, then it will check that it has been pressed, even though it's not a draw in this screen, and it's going to do the function here. So in this case, change item, not a terrible function, but yeah, we crafted a lot of these items specifically. Okay, that's okay. Okay, so it's working even in different places. Today there are going to be a few breaks because my eye is just so dry. Okay, so uh, we have an item name. Let's make the buttons for this. Let me make another function. Let's put just the amount. I don't think there will be more buttons other than like a number I need to craft for the items. And I also hope the angular velocity sensor is the biggest word there in the item list. looks like the biggest word, right? So amount. Yeah, I'm actually thinking they are going to be two different. But let's make it work, right? So and start text and start y, because I want them to have different width. I think it will be clearer afterwards, and I think this is it. Okay, so if screen button rectangle, it's a S, Y, YS, XS plus 8. And then the height can be maybe the button. The color will be the foreground color, and yeah, actually, color. This will be the dark foreground color because it's um the border, right? Then we just like prepped, selected, and send the amount. Function prepped, selected, fixing amount, number, and then just a queue append. Make something this like queue append amount. Just takes the item and some amount, and makes the text for us, right? So we the dot concatenated with the item, concatenated. Actually, this won't work. Separate them. Text. Concatenate like this. Don't know if this will work. Let's before starting to prep stuff. Let's not. Let's print this. This actually we can print here, right? Craft left it. Let's just comment this for now. Where is it? Okay, craft selected, amount 79. Oh, that's it's amount. Okay. 72. Alright. All of this almost 500. Actually, all of these are numbers. And then we also have to like write the amount. Let's put a 3 and see what happens. So our text x plus xs plus x parallelized x and the text creates the text, which will be something like x and then the amount. And you can centralize this. And for text y, just centralize it. Actually, I guess let's centralize with y, the button height. Then we can write screen. Text x, text y, then color, right? Which will be the dark foreground color. That's Item is undefined page. Right. Let's make any item right now. Actually, it will be this 68. Okay, it's the same mistake. The other one? No, it's not the FG. You are correct. It's the FC. Okay. We are actually not drawing any buttons, but okay. Right. Button. Button. Right side button. Right. And then the X start, Y start with an amount. So let's start with the spoon width minus 2 button widths. Actually, this is going to be like kind of recurrent, so let's make a variable. Start X like this, which I'm just calling X as anywhere else. So yeah, I think this is fine. It's going to be here and also here. Then the Y for the button, which is kind of arbitrary for now. Let's make 4 times. Sorry to be high. Then the width the button, which will be for this one. Let's make it. Actually, I want like 5 pixels margin. I have a margin variable, don't I? Item margin is this top one here. That's fine. Like it. Make a variable for this size. It's going to make sense in a moment. So small, because there will be 2 widths. So this is a small one, which will be 2 times the button width, which is what we have to work with, right? Minus 2 times the item margin, because I'm putting the margin between the start and the finish of this the space for the side screen. And then I'm going to divide all of this by 3 buttons. So yeah. Small width, and the amount will be 1. Oh, okay. Right side button. Okay, a bit wrong here. Right side button. Start it. Okay. Miss this. Okay, so times 1. And let's make the next one. And then the next one with 5 and 10. And now the X will be getting a small width each time. Yeah, so like that. And then on the bottom here, I'm going to put 2 more, which will be 100 and 1,000. Let's make a B width, which will be the same thing but divided by 2 instead of 3. And the right side button actually has to become a number, which is actually does it. Yeah, it doesn't need to. I think it would be like better maybe, but anyway, this works. So 2 buttons, 1 for 100, 1 for 1,000. Is big width, and the height would be yeah, that's perfect, I would say. Like perfect in terms of shapes. I would prefer to have them a bit lower on the screen, and the amounts are quite bigger than the item names themselves, but I think I can live with it. Yeah. So for now, this button doesn't craft anything, right? Just check craft selected. You can go like this and just print. So let's print it. Yeah, it works for this string here. So item text amount. Okay, this works fine. Q append selected item and amount. But I just realized that we have to check which selected item. So for example, if I click here, we don't have a selected item, so this shouldn't do anything. And this here is just printing. So that's perfect for us to check. Oh, oops. Actually have to select nothing. Okay, then it doesn't print anything. But if I do this, it prints. Perfect. Okay. So q dot append and the number the amount. Let me do this just to be sure the string is right. So we can maybe make a spool. Let's make a data cable. And it should have appended the to the queue. It's crafting. Stop it probably somewhere here. I'm going to fix this, right? At some point in the future. Basically the final items will go here. I do have one problem with this, which is the character, for example. I don't know if there are other instances of this, but a crafter takes a mini computer, which would be a final product. And so I can't just make a list of final products and say all of the items from that list send here, and we won't have access to use them to craft anymore. Although I could keep the access to craft, right? Don't know, I don't think so, because I will need to. Yeah, that's something for another time. Let's keep building our interface here. So the height's a bit low. Let's make 5 and 6 button height. 6. Let's also see if size 2 is maybe better. Yeah, I think that's more it makes more sense. It has the item, has the crafting buttons. That's basically all we need. Let me put the item name a bit downwards. Maybe 2.5 button height. No, that's good. Yeah, I think this is good. Let's also make a border for this, I think. So, right here, let's make a draw, right? And going to draw from excess and times button height up to basically 7 times button height. So the y is simple, and the x is going to be actually Yeah, actually, all the text must be off center. So let's have the access, have the item margin, and this will be the screen with minus the icon. Alright, I need to put in the colors, right? So let's have the background color for the border and the dark foreground color for the filling. Okay, this has to be before writing. Why? Why? Oh, I just have nothing selected. For decentralized, actually this isn't going to be 2 times the button width, it's 2 times minus like the margins. So now it's centralized. And the Y is here around. And I also want to have a bit of a margin here. Okay, so excess, let's say minus 5 pixels maybe. This will have plus 5 pixels. And let's make this 2 button height. Just, yeah, the text Y is 3 button height. So yeah, I think this is fine. And let's make 8 button heights. Yeah, angular velocity sensor. You are kidding me. Maybe we can just do the border around here. Because I want this size of text. And the angular velocity sensor isn't helping me. So let's start with 4 button heights on the Y and end with 8. I think it will be a bit too much. Yep. So let's make 3 button heights plus 5 pixels and 7 button heights plus 5. See, this would be actually fine if it wasn't for the angular velocity sensor. Oh my god, why is it so close? I could make a smaller margin maybe for this thing. Yeah, I think you can. Right. So let's make minus the margin plus 5. And here it would be simply minus 5. And this works just fine. Maybe 3. This one. Also, I need more space right here. Yeah, I think this is cool. Just like maybe 1. Yeah, the angular velocity sensor is just going to always be very rampant here. Like this one is fine. Maybe put the buttons a bit higher, like just a tad bit higher. Maybe put 4.5 heights. Start. And here it will be 5.5. Yeah, I think I like it. Yeah, feels better. Let's also start this a little bit higher. Yeah. Now I'm happy with it. We can always change the colors here. I was getting a bit like I think this green is too much, so let's actually change the foreground color. I was also thinking of having different colors for each screen. basically. So if we put another screen instead of like crafting screen, we have another color just to know in which screen we are from a glance. So let's put, let me import here, put maybe 300. Yeah, it's too much purple. Maybe X out the blue. No. Let's remove a bit of the red. For now, this will do. Whatever. Let's make also a stroke like here. So how do I do in the main button? It's just, okay, this is a good line of code to do. If I have right side button, line here, and the main button here. Text x minus 2 and y. Text. Oh, I'm doing this on the bottom, but I should be doing this on the show screen. And here, text as. Now the text is the icon. Y, and the color is the background color. Text Y. Correct. Because text Y in this case is 3 times. Let's put more size. Yeah. For this one, it's okay. Even the autocrafter here would actually be better. That's just don't have it in uppercase. Oh my god, my. Okay, so nice side effect of not checking what your code is doing. So if we don't have an item selected, this is the like under how do you call this in English? Let me check. Yeah, the underline. Okay. So the underline has like nothing. So its size is simply what goes after the text and for the text. Oh my god, why isn't it? This isn't. Is there a space after each one of them, or is this just my program? No, I actually just sum it twice. Okay, so let me check. So here is the nice thing about doing everything in functions. You can just delete in one function, like correct your mistake in one function, and now everything is corrected. Correct? Looks okay. Oh, the autocraft button is with the wrong text size. That's why it was. Oh, I think it's yeah, big text. Which is going to be one. Yeah. So okay, we have the actual crafting window here. Can't remember already if I. Okay, I am going putting them into the queue already. So this is done basically. Should I do like 100 100 concrete blocks. Let's see what takes. Silicon, water, and oxygen. I think this is cool. So concrete blocks, let's craft 100 of them. And it was put into the queue. It's crafting. Finished already. So there's 12 of them. Yeah, it's going to be a mess in these containers, but that's not really a problem because like every final item, let's call it, is going to go there in these containers here. I just have to think of a smart way to do it. Yeah, so we can send the final items, but still may use them for crafting or something like this. Or maybe we check the queue and when we are going to... Yeah, I think this may be the way. But when we send... When we finish the stack, that means we finish the queue item. And then we send all the items before starting the next queue item. Maybe that's the way. I like it. So yeah, autocraft button. This is going to be for another time. I think. What I think I want to do right now is to make a like progress window here for the stack and queue. So let's make. I should call this right side screen. Right side screen. And let's make then the left side screen. Okay, so the starting X will be just 0, the width will be the width of a button. And just like we are on the same page. The reason I'm doing everything based on the width of the button is like we can change it later. So for example here, I think it's the initialize interface button width. We can, for example, take them on the button width. It's not going to be pretty because it's going to miss a little bit here, but like everything works, right? It's not like broken or something. So in the case, for example, there's a new getter on the game. We already have the space for this button. This middle here is based on 3 buttons. I should do all minus 3 maybe, because these are 2 anyway. So you can see how this works. Actually, let me change this now. Yeah, so now the angular velocity sensor is not working, but yeah, that's just a very big item name. Maybe we can check, can afterwards change to check if the item name like is going to overflow here, and then change the text size. But yeah, for now I think this is good. So like everything is kind of working. Let me go back to the actual interface. Okay. So yeah, left side screen. First of all, I think I want the Y first text here to be the same height as the right side. So let me, let's actually copy everything here, paste. So yeah, so now the X start is 0. Okay, so everything can be kinda easier. So this will be from 0 to purple. It's going to take the whole rectangle here. In fact, I don't even need a background. I don't think it will be better like this. So yeah, text size can be maybe 1. So access 0. It's just one button width. And the text, let's see, text will be, for example, the line Y. I don't think I will underline. So I'm going to write Q and not draw a line. Wow, I copied so much of the code for basically nothing. We actually have to draw this. Let's look like this. Yeah, it's kind of small. Let's try set show. I think this is good. And basically, I'm going to do the same thing for the stack, but actually, I just had a very nice idea to do it vertically. So we can have one like Q to symbolize the Q, and S for symbolize the stack, or maybe even right vertically, and then have the progress bar here. And like the Q goes down, the stack moves, so also goes down. Yeah, I think this is nice. So I really wish we had an option to write to like hide the function, like a single function. But okay, it's fine. We can remove this. Okay, let's strategize right here. So maybe we can adapt the justified right here for a vertical right. So just a text. Or maybe I can actually add a bit more separation between the letters. I think this is what is getting it's wrong. Nah, that wasn't that. So let's just put the U and S values. I can even put it like this. So now we need to make a progress bar here, okay, and one here for each one of them. So first of all, I think I'm going to make a function for the progress bar. It's going to be have an initial x number, a width, it's another number, a height, another number, and some progress, which is another number. Then do I want to make it so I can change the color by calling the function? I think so. So a progress color and a border color. Okay, so first of all, let's draw the margin right to the border. And the reason I want to draw the border is because I even if we don't have like too much queue, I want to see where the queue would go, the queue progress bar, I should say. So let's draw it. Draw. Right. It's going to be from access. Quite a lot of parameters. Y start up to access plus width and ys plus height, and it's just going to have the border color. Yeah. So let's call this. I'm going to copy everything because a lot of parameters. So access, we can just do these, right? So let's qx. What's this? Let's make a ys just so the variable name is smaller, and it's going to be ys plus in the character height, so it's just below the q here. The width can be character, it's that character width. The height can be maybe 80% of the screen or 70% of the screen. Yes. Right. Progress, let's put one number just so we can like role play it, I guess. PC, which is the progress color, will be the foreground color, and the border color will be the dark foreground color. QY. Okay, QY. Okay, so it's a bit thin. Let's increase this. Okay, so also need to make this. Let's actually send, instead of start X, we have a middle X. I think that makes more sense. So the progress bar, this X, so X equals X minus width over 2, and we can replace this for the X end and plus. So XS, X. Send the QX. Oh, right. Plus R. Yeah. And this is way too high. Maybe do something like 30% of the screen. Yeah, I think this is cool. Oh, I think there's a truck right beside my window. So we have the border, and it's a bit hard to find this. So let's just make it a color panel. I think actually this is much better than the other one, but okay. So pop up window, okay, progress bar. Okay, let's make another rectangle, but now it's going to be ys plus height times the progress. it's going to be have the same border color, but it's going to be filled with the rest color. And that's it, basically. Yeah, much easier than I thought. Let's make it maybe a bit smaller, so like 2 characters. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's make it for the stack soup. That's it. Yep. But now I want the stack to actually go the other way. So the stacks goes top to bottom. Sorry, bottom to top, I guess. So it fills up and drains down, while the queue just goes up. Because, yeah, but I just want to differentiate them. So how do we do this? Maybe with a flag. Let's call it top down. So if top down, then we do this. Else we do it a little bit different. So the Y end will be this, but the Y start will be this. Times 1 minus the groups. Now we can come here. 1. Yeah. So simple if we have 30% and 70%. Yeah, something like this. Now the actual progress on these things will be a bit harder, because like if we have nothing, then the progress is all of it, right? It's 100% progress, because we finished the queue or the stack. But yeah. So like if we have items, how do we define the progress? So what I'm going to do is come here in crafting, make some progress functions. So let's call this. Let's put it over here. I think here. Queue progress. Return a number. So let's make a item count, maybe. Count. Sure. Then for each item on the queue, index. We can put item out was equals item I wanted to like increase the item quantity. For example, if we push, no, actually this one is it's simpler. You can just return maybe the one over the size of the queue, and for arrays this function dot size. Okay, queue dot size. Actually we have to check queue dot size. If it has a size, then we return this, else we return 1. So it's 100% done. And now that I think about this, I want to change the order here. Let's make a similar function for the spec. Yeah, Sure, why not? Q is undefined. Oh, okay, it's craft Q and okay. So now we can change the variables to the actual progress. So let's compact this a bit. Q this. Make the same for the stack. Actually, kinda don't need this, right? It's going to be big either way. And just call the function. So yeah, both of them are at 100% because they are all done. Maybe I do one minus because yeah, I think I'm going to do one minus because like okay, we have nothing on Q, so this kind of symbolizes nothing. It's a good way, I think. Let's make another variables just so this isn't such a long line of code. So what's like this one gonna be a variable or y bar. That's how it change all of this just for two letters. Same for the bar width. This. No, it's already much better. I don't think I need to keep changing variables. Yeah, and that's actually a little bit of space between the letter and the bar. Up. Yeah, I think this is good. I also want to do like some numbers here or something to personalize. Like we have, or maybe even write the item we are crafting on the stack. Yeah, maybe we can do this. So yeah. It's progress. Point. Yes. Right. And yeah, let's get this and get to return the text. And it's going to simply be the craft s.0, which is, since it's a stack, the zero value is the lowest one, which is what we are crafting. So let's get it here. Star. Let's print it. Just so we know we got something. Okay, we didn't get something, and that's because the text is empty. So that's else return like empty string. Let's so it's getting nothing, I guess. But if we do some concrete blocks, yeah, it printed the item. So let's yeah, now that I think about, I only like refresh the screen every time I click. Maybe I need to also refresh this part of the screen every time like you craft something or something like that, or the queue or the stack changes. So yeah, maybe let's do this. But item, let's write the current item, which is going to be ys plus actually y bar plus the height of the bar, which is 30% of this, plus like character. So this is the y. It's the hardest part, so I started with this. Actually, let's put this. So it's simply going to be realize it. It's for button with the current item. But in fact, the current item has both the item name and the item quantity. So yeah, and in fact, it can have multiple of them. Yeah, I think I can do it. Go like each. Let's call it current spec as an a key value system. So this is going to be key. And the y is here, but yeah, every time you just do y plus equals character height. Okay. So you have centralized text for the key, centralized text for the value, and let's call it ex and value x. So ex text y. The color is the foreground color, and the text is the key. Then we do the same for the value. Now the value x. So we are going to. So this can have multiple items at the same time. Not actually, but it could have in the future maybe. So what we are going to, it could be like dot concrete block 5 dot I don't know, composite block 10. So for each of the items we are going to write the item followed by like below them the value. Maybe we can put a empty line between this and the next item. And something else I'm going to do is to draw this with a certain frequency. Maybe we can do it like this. Okay, actually, so when it initializes, it prints this hello. I want to keep this hello, okay, just so we are sure. So let's make a variable where is going to start at 1, and the first time we click on the screen, close it, and we only draw this, not the welcome Okay, so not drawing it, but when we draw it, it's going to try and update this with 15 hertz, which is quite a lot actually. Let's put somewhere timer interval. Maybe after every 1 second is fine. So yeah, and let's actually put back here so that every time you click, it also updates. So let's construction blocks, 500 of them. Yeah, maybe a little. Maybe put the text size at 1. It's be fine. And we also need to like put 0. Put the background color back here. So every time you call this, I think we just draw a rectangle. Draw rectangle from 0 and text y to the button width and the text and the screen mix. So this entire text block basically place. And the colors will be the background color. Let's see. Okay, so the text size can be just here. And have another text size of 2. So construction block, then okay, I think it was too fast. Yeah, that's the way I want it. Actually, maybe let's change this to be the actually last item on the stack. I think it will be more interesting. So dot last. Let's check this still works. Let's make composite blocks. Yeah. So because we could have a lot of. Oh, okay. I can't do this. We can have a lot of items being crafted at the same time. For example, if we craft a more complex item like the angular velocity sensor, we need to craft the subcomponents, and maybe we are doing multiple subcomponents at the same time, so I interpret all of them. So what I want to do is okay, I have some stuff to do. So first of all, it's not going to be up to the screen height. It's going to be -1 button height, so it doesn't like overrides this button over here. And also, let's check if the text y plus times the height. So basically the height of the text we are going to write here is greater than this height. And if it is, we just break this loop, just so we don't also write on top of the autocrafting in the case we have a lot of items on this thing. So let's maybe do invert composite blocks test. So it's making the plastic and we are seeing it. not composite blocks. This is so cool. This is going so well. Maybe we could even put them lower and put a line between them, between the progress bar and the text. I think I'll do it. So it's going to be H bar Y, and the text Y will be simply H bar Y plus like 1 character height. And draw a line. It's going to draw from, let's put 5 and bar Y to button 8 minus 5 and H bar Y with the foreground color. So it has a little separation. I think 5 is a little, it's a little, maybe try 10. Yep. And now I'm gonna grab again plus blocks, 100 of them. And the stack shows us how many items we are still doing. Yeah. So why didn't it go to like full? Actually, why didn't it? Go back to 0? Oh, right. We have to draw the filling, right? The like the empty sides too. So yeah, maybe this. This like emptying draw we can do on the entire left side of the screen. So it's going to be from 0 and button length, button width, and this the background color. So now this should work. Yeah, we have the, we are doing the plastic. Nothing is on the queue, but yeah, everything is going to work. Now it's updated. Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. So it's not going to be linear, but if we have a lot of items on the stack, then it's going to look better with it going down. There may be some kind of function that I can use, like assuming the maximum stack size is 1000, then go from there. But I don't think it's going to be that easy. So we are really starting to have a UI here. I'm really happy with how it's going. So we need to make other screens. For example, the like autocraft set screen, so we can set which amount of each item we want, and then actually do the autocraft. Is this changing color? No, we did. And actually do the auto crafting system, which is just going to put items on the queue. It's going to be okay. Yeah, so maybe next time. I just realized I was recording at window mode. It's okay. I guess that's life for you. Anyway, I think this is it for at least this playing session. I have no idea how I'm going to separate these details, but I hope you are really liking it. Thank you. Next time.